Your LinkedIn profile is optimized, keywords everywhere, photo looks sharp. You've checked all the boxes, and yet, crickets. No recruiter messages. No interview requests. What gives? Here's the uncomfortable truth. LinkedIn changed the game in 2026, completely rewrote the rules, and 90% of job seekers are playing by a rulebook that doesn't exist anymore. You've probably heard the basics. Complete your profile. Add a professional photo. Use keywords from job postings. Yet, that advice is now about as useful as a fax machine. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what recruiters see when they search, not what you think they see. What they actually see, and how to become visible to them overnight. Because right now, if you're like most job seekers, you're invisible. The algorithm literally cannot see you. And that's not an exaggeration. That's how the technology works. Let's start with what changed. Before 2024, LinkedIn used basic keyword matching. You searched for product manager. The algorithm found profiles with those words. Simple. Predictable. Then LinkedIn rolled out something called the knowledge graph. Trillions, not billions, trillions of relationships between skills, titles, industries, and companies. Everything connected to everything else. Now when a recruiter searches, they're not finding profiles with matching words. They're finding profiles that demonstrate what LinkedIn calls semantic expertise. The algorithm thinks in concepts, not keywords. Here's how one optimization guide put it. When a recruiter searches for senior product marketer, the AI doesn't just look for those 3 words. It scans for what they call topic DNA, the semantic neighbors like GTM strategy, competitive intelligence, and product lifecycle management that prove you actually know the role. Think about that for a second. If you're a product manager and your profile doesn't include terms like roadmap prioritization, stakeholder alignment, or OKR frameworks, the algorithm doesn't recognize you as a product manager. You might have 10 years of experience, shipped 20 products, led a team of 30, doesn't matter. If the semantic signals aren't there, you're a ghost in the system. A LinkedIn executive recently told CNBC, employers are moving towards skills-based hiring. The exact skills, platforms, certifications, and tools listed in your experience matter more than your company name or title alone. Let me repeat that because it's crucial. Your company name, whether it's Google or a startup nobody's heard of, matters less than your skill vocabulary. The hierarchy has flipped. And here's a stat that might sting. Complete LinkedIn profiles get 40 times more opportunities than incomplete ones. 40 times, not 40%, 40 times. What counts as complete? It's not just having a photo and a headline. It's having skills listed on every role. It's having a summary that uses the language of your target jobs. It's building what the algorithm recognizes as expertise. Now let's talk about something controversial. The Open to Work badge. You've probably heard that it signals desperation, that employers see it and think, uh-oh, damaged goods. The data tells a completely different story. Members with Open to Work enabled see a 40% increase in recruiter emails, and they respond 3 times faster than passive candidates. That faster response rate matters more than you think. The algorithm notices. When you respond quickly to recruiter outreach, you get prioritized in future searches. Responsiveness is a ranking signal. For anyone worried about their current employer seeing that green badge, LinkedIn offers a recruiter-only visibility option. Your boss won't know. But the recruiters will. All of them. Now let's talk about how recruiters actually find you. In 2025, LinkedIn launched something called the AI Hiring Assistant, and it fundamentally changed how searches work. Recruiters using this AI tool review 81% fewer profiles than before. 81%. That means they're seeing a tiny, curated slice of candidates. And if you're not in that slice, you don't exist. The AI pre-filters candidates based on semantic fit. It doesn't just match keywords, it determines whether your profile means what the job posting means. Conceptual alignment. Topic DNA matching topic DNA. And here's the kicker. When recruiters do reach out through the system, they get 66% higher in-mail acceptance rates. The AI is better at matching than humans were. Which brings us to how you get into that curated slice. The profiles that surface aren't random. They're not even the most experienced. They're the most semantically aligned. So, here's your first move. Pull up 3 to 5 job postings for roles you actually want. Not aspirational, not stretch goals. Roles you're qualified for right now. Open them side by side. Read through the requirements sections. Notice the specific skills, tools, and frameworks they mention, not the soft skills. The technical vocabulary. That's what you need to weave into your profile. If every product manager posting mentions Jira, Confluence, and Amplitude, and your profile doesn't, you're invisible to searches for those roles. The algorithm can't connect you to what recruiters need. Next, and this is something almost nobody does right, add at least 5 skills to every role in your experience section, not in the skills section, in each individual job entry. This feeds directly into the knowledge graph. Each skill tag to a specific role creates a node. The more nodes, the stronger your topic DNA signal. The algorithm sees depth, not just breadth. Your headline is next. You have 120 characters. Most people waste them on clever taglines or motivational quotes. The algorithm doesn't care about your mission statement. It cares about searchable terms. Write your headline like this: Job title vertical bar, core skill vertical bar, industry or niche. Product manager vertical bar, SaaS, growth vertical bar, SaaS growth vertical bar, B2B fintech. Every word is a search term. Now let's talk about what happens after you become visible. A recruiter finds you. They send an in-mail. This is where most people blow it. Research across 47 studies found that personalized connection requests get 45 to 50% acceptance rates. Generic ones? 15 to 20%. Same person, different approach, wildly different outcome. And here's something that surprised me. Messages under 400 characters get 22% higher response rates. Yet only 10% of in-mails are that short. Everyone's writing essays. Don't. When a recruiter reaches out, respond within 24 hours if you can. Remember, open-to-work candidates who respond quickly get prioritized in the algorithm. Speed becomes a competitive advantage. And keep your replies short. Thank them. Express specific interest. Ask one clear question. That's it. The goal isn't to tell your life story, it's to get to the next conversation. Personalized in-mails perform 15% better than bulk messages. But here's what personalization actually means. It's not just using their name. It's referencing something specific, their company news, a project they mentioned, a mutual connection. When you reach out to recruiters proactively, lead with context. Why them? Why now? Why you? Answer all 3 in your first 2 sentences. If you can't, you're not ready to send that message. Let's zoom out for a second. Everything I've told you comes down to one principle. LinkedIn's algorithm is trying to understand what you are, not who you are. It thinks in categories and connections. Your job is to make those categories unmistakably clear, not through clever branding, not through personal stories, through vocabulary, through specific, searchable, semantic signals that the AI can parse. So here's your action plan. First, audit your profile against 3 target job postings. Every skill they mention that you actually have should appear somewhere in your profile. Second, turn on open to work. Use the recruiter-only setting if you're currently employed. The 40% increase in recruiter outreach is worth any lingering stigma concerns. Third, add specific skills to each job in your experience section. 5 minimum. This builds the knowledge graph connections that determine whether you show up in recruiter searches at all. Fourth, rewrite your headline, kill the taglines, pack it with searchable terms. Remember, job title vertical bar, core skill vertical bar industry. Every character should work for you. Fifth, when recruiters reach out, respond fast and respond short. Under 400 characters. Express interest, ask one question, get to the call. That's the formula. The job market in 2026 isn't about being the most qualified candidate. It's about being the most findable candidate. And findability is a science now, one you can reverse engineer. If you found this useful, consider subscribing. We put out new episodes every week covering the career strategies that actually move the needle. One click. That's it. Look, the game has changed. The old rules were simple. Stuff your profile with keywords, wait for magic to happen. Those days are gone. LinkedIn's AI is smarter than that now. But here's the upside. Smarter AI means more accurate matching. When you do show up in a search, it's because you're genuinely aligned with what that recruiter needs. quality over noise. 90% of job seekers are invisible to recruiters right now. After today, you don't have to be one of them. You know what the algorithm actually looks for. You know how to build topic DNA. You know the specific moves that make recruiters click. Now it's just about execution, one change at a time. Starting today. That's your cheat code for the week. Go make yourself visible.